need a return ticket where you're going. This is a one-way journey. Straight down!
Welcome to GamesMaster. Now, financial news. The FT index was down and quite grumpy really, but a sharp rise in fun towards the end of the day meant that GamesMaster finished 3 points up on any other light entertainment show. Rising markets included our first challenge, so it's over to GamesMaster.
My first challenge of the proceedings is a rather demanding one on the whimsical Mega Drive game Whiz. The contestant has 2 minutes to finish the level by performing a multitude of interrelated tasks. Speed will be of the essence. The unforgiving time limit means there's little room for error. Good luck.
First out of the shiny contestant box tonight, we have Jason Pickford. Jason, when you're not playing video games, what do you like to do?
I like to go to the gym and work out.
Yeah, what are you pumping?
About 20 to 30 on my arms and 160 on my legs. It's
good. That's not bad going. Is that a sort of posy gym?
Yeah, slightly. They've got a posing room there for anyone who wants to go and show off.
A special room?
Yeah.
And what's the room like?
It's all mirrors.
And they just go in there and...
Yeah, show themselves off, grease themselves up, things like that, and listen to music.
Well, usually I like to sort of finish with a snappy one-liner, but I don't think I can top this one, actually, so I'm going to make my excuses and hand you over to today's news. First off, a double whammy for Sega's new 32X with the release next February of the goriest beat-em-up of them all, Mortal Kombat 2, featuring faster gameplay and improved graphics. This week, Sega also unveiled their latest console, a Mega Drive and 32X combined, called the Neptune. The £200 Neptune is due next autumn, but we've managed to get hold of an exclusive picture of the machine, and doesn't it look gorgeous? Software publishers Acclaim have been lifting the lid on their spanky computer graphics studio in New York. These latest shots are from the Alien Trilogy game, and they're walking, talking, living proof that their motion capture technology captures more motions than anybody else's. Alien Trilogy isn't due till next November, but with sequences like this in the pipeline, it looks like it'll be well worth the wait. Also have their fingers in another pie, the game conversion of the Judge Dredd movie released later this year. Sly Stallone plays the part of the unforgiving lawman in this no-holds-barred blockbuster. I, for one, have already ordered a new pair of pants in anticipation. Right, Jason Pickford is just about to play Whiz. Jason's pumping 20 to 30 on the legs, 160 on the arms. Joss Bilson is helping me out. Joss, do you pump?
What are you asking?
Perhaps. Yeah. Joss, any tips for Jason?
Yeah, it's quite a tough challenge actually, this. The best strategy you can bear in mind is to pick a route so he picks up the keys and the icons in the right order. Okay. He's got to make platforms and bridges to finish the level.
Okay.
Picking the right route.
Best of luck, Jason. You have 2 minutes to get to the end of the level. And that 2 minutes begins now. So, of course, Jason has been pinged out by some pinball pingers there. Flipped across now. What's the first thing he's going to have to... Oh, no, he's been hit by some poison. What's he going to do now?
Yeah, he's got to get the medical kit.
Right, OK, it's got that'll cure the effects of the poison. Now, there's a key there. What's that key going to do?
Yeah, that's going to open the cage.
OK, then, so he's going to try and find the cage now. He's in that body, about 20 seconds gone. And he's just trying to avoid some weird psychedelic-looking mushrooms there. Picking up some flags, of course, which are going to give him some points. Some more flags up there. He's doing not bad. 30 seconds gone.
Right, he's coming up to a playing card. That'll spring him across to the next level.
Oh, that'll be fair. Oh, and that was very...
Oh, he's missed it up.
Oh, he's supposed to go through that wall, but he didn't. He's
You've got to try again. There it is.
That's it, he's doing that, but that's going to have lost him some time. He's coming for 45 seconds. Now he's picking up the coins.
You use these on the fruit machine, and that'll make a bridge for him to get across.
Okay, then, so he's going to put his first of his coins into the fruit machine. And has that worked? Yes, he's got the
now
coin
he can
bridge.
pass.
Okay, just going to avoid this little playing card. He's killed that. He's picking up some more flags. He's just had over a minute now. What's the next obstacle?
Next is pull walls into the pocket.
Okay, he's going for the black first. Black safely in the corner. Oh, what's he doing with the stripe? Oh, it's a bit of an in-off of the other opposite pocket. That was an excellent move there. 44 seconds left, though. The time's a bit hairy now, Joss, is it?
Yeah, he's got to keep going strong.
Okay, then. What's the next obstacle that we're going to face?
Right, now he has to make his way across the checkerboard.
Okay, we just got there's the checkerboard there.
He's got to jump up.
Okay, and they're just going to disappear behind him, the little black checkers. It's going to give him some more points, but it's the time that's important. He's got 24
He's got to push that dice across there.
I don't think he's going to do it, actually, Joe. I can't see him doing it.
It's tight.
17 seconds left. How close is he to the end?
He's pretty close. We're coming in.
Oh, poison again. No, he's going to get some more. He's going to find a medikit, yeah? Unless if he just runs, can he still do it?
Unless he does it quickly.
He's got to go quick. There's 6 seconds left. There's 5. There's a minute to line. Yes! So with 4 seconds remaining, Jason wins the challenge. Well done, Jason. Brilliant effort. Listen, Jason, 4 seconds. That was all you had left at the end, so it was quite close. Did you have any problems at all?
Yeah, my hands keep slipping on the joystick and everything.
Yeah. Well, it's quite hot down here.
Yeah, it's boiling.
Because it is hell. And we're not known for our particularly mild winters, I suppose. So congratulations, Jason. Next time you're in the posing room, you will be able to pose with the GamesMaster Golden Joystick. Another round of applause, Jason Pickford. Now, while I nip off for a spot of goblin tossing, I'll leave you in the bulging biceps of our reviewers. First up, it's dodgy movie license time ahoy with True Lies.
True Lies is awful. It has lots and lots of little sections, and not one of them really stands out on its own. None of them would be good enough as a game in its own right. So I'm afraid it's thumbs down for True Lies.
A good game, slightly let down by a bit stiff mechanics on the gameplay side. Occasionally you have to get very close to the baddies to actually be able to shoot them.
The scenes from the film are there, and it's more like a Chaos Engine in game style. That's not a bad thing, but it could have been done a lot better with some more platform scenes and stuff.
Next up, the 32X attempts to lightly smack the competition with its very first beat-em-up, Cosmic Carnage.
The 32X needs a beat-em-up. It already has shoot-em-ups and driving games in abundance. Cosmic Carnage is a reasonable effort. It's got some nice sprite scaling and some really good graphic effects.
There is, I suppose, a slightly redeeming feature of Cosmic Carnage, and that is you can select different parts of armour. You can kick your opponent's armour off, you can even kick their arms off and stuff, but basically just doesn't detract enough from the awful gameplay.
These ludicrously shambling figures, as they waddle onto the screen, don't really inspire in you the greatest thoughts of a beat-em-up excellence. It's not terrible, but really I'd wait for something better to be converted to the 32X.
Finally, waste months of time in pointless no-mates activity with the RPG Soleil.
It's got a lot in common with things like Zelda and Secret of Mana, in that you have to explore a lot of stuff, but there's also a good bit of action in there. There are very simple puzzles to solve, and the game is absolutely vast.
The graphics aren't exactly groundbreaking or anything, but they are very cute, very well drawn, and they suit the game perfectly. And even so, graphics in a game like this don't really matter. It just helps with the overall atmosphere and feel of the game.
The Mega Drive seems to lag about 3 years behind the SNES these days in terms of software games, and this is a case in point. Soleil is an RPG very much in the Zelda mould. You've got about 4 months on your hand and you fancy getting your teeth into a game, and this is one for you.
For those home reviewers amongst you, the latest Gameland game is Psycho Pinball. To download a demo of this PC game, connect your modem to 081 558 8937. Apart from the cost of the call to London, the service is free, but remember, if you don't get permission from the bloke who pays the bills, you're dead. CD-ROMs are being hyped to the skies at the moment, so we thought we'd take a look at some of the infotainment ones on offer. After checking out loads of titles, we discovered that most of them are poo, but we did pick out a few gems for you.
Pause, the personal automated wagging system, is a dog simulator where you drive the dog.
Come again?
First, let's have a dig.
Aye.
Hey, here's a bone.
No joking.
Uh-oh, the cat alarm. Hope you're ready for a good chase.
Yes, Pause is extremely silly, but it's also highly original and very entertaining if you're a loser. Oh dear, there appears to be some pint-spilling action going on here.
Hi, I'm John de Blasio. What you've just seen, not many people can do.
No kidding. Escape with Your Life aims to teach you how to get out of all kinds of nasty scrapes.
How many times have you said, hey, get off my back?
Tons.
The elbow is one of the strongest weapons.
The CD also offers a self-defense practice where you can try out your newfound skills in a number of simulated hairy moments. In no time at all, you'll be sorting out unsavoury types like Fat Boy and his two loudmouth smelly friends.
I like pretty clothes, and I always will. I don't care whether everybody in the world goes around with their knees hanging out of their jeans. I won't.
Thank you, Bard. As well as Joan being pompous, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous cookbook offers vital information on the culinary tastes of the stars. Ivana Trump, for instance, goes for spicy beef goulash, while Roger Moore goes for eggs. All of this leaves us wondering, how did we ever survive without CD-ROM?
While we get our Vaseline and bandages ready for the arrival of tonight's special guest, let's go over to GamesMaster and find out what he'll be playing.
It's time for some pugilistic thanks now, as my next challenge is on the Super Nintendo boxing sim, Super Punch-Out. The contestant has one round in which to knock out the fearsome bear hugger while avoiding his all-encompassing embrace. Good luck.
Now, we've had many boxers on GamesMaster in the past. Mason, Bruno, Ben. Tonight's guest, though, will be bigger than all of them put together. At the age of 20, he's already European bantamweight champion. He is the future of British boxing. Please welcome Prince Naseem Hamed. Now, Naseem, when you took the European title off Belcastro, I noticed that in the final round, the ITV commentators, Gutledge and Watt, they were having a bit of a go at you because of all your showboating. You were taking the mick out of Belcastro a bit. Do you feel that you should be doing that?
In my style of fighting, I think I should be. I mean, people liked it and people didn't. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. At the end of the day, I'm still a winner, born to be king.
Yeah, and the funniest thing I thought, though, was when in an earlier fight, you called Gary Newborn Roger Melly, the man on the telly. Why did you call him that?
Roger Melly, the man on telly, has got the name because he's always on telly. You look on telly at the sport venue or whatever, and he's commentating. He's always on telly, so he's got to be Roger Melly, the man on the telly.
Right, well, Naz and I comment further on the personal problems of Gary Newborn. We'll take a quick break. Tonight we have Naseem Hamed as our special guest, European bantamweight champion and the greatest hope in British boxing we have seen for a long, long time. He'll be attempting to knock out Bear Hugger in Super Punch-Out. Josh Wilson from Total is at ringside with me. Josh, most of these fighters in these boxing games have a weak spot. What's Bear Hugger's?
Right, well, Naseem's tactics tonight are going to have to be different to his usual trademark body blows. That's going to have no effect at all on Bear Hugger. What he's got to do is wait for Bear Hugger to raise his arms to attack, then duck, avoid his attack and go in with a succession of blows to the head. That'll sort him out.
Okay, now Naseem has only ever been taken past the fourth round once in his career, which is just as well because he's only got one round in which to knock out Bear Hugger. Best of luck, Naseem. Seconds out, round one. Okay, Naseem is in the front of us. He's the sort of silhouette figure. That's Bearhugger, a fine fellow.
There he goes.
He's there already. He's getting the points in already, Naseem.
As soon as Bearhugger raising his arms, Naseem drops. He then goes close to the head. He's doing it just right. That's just the right tactic.
Okay, you can see the energy bars at the top of the screen. On the right is Bearhugger's, on the left is Naseem's. And Naseem is clearly in the lead just now.
He is in the lead. How much in it all?
That's a bit of a double head slap that Fat Boy does, doesn't he?
It is. That's a nasty move, and it takes a lot out of Naseem every time he hits him. You've got to try and duck and avoid that.
And he appears to have a Christmas tree tattooed on his chest.
It's not pretty, is it? That baldy, funny bloke with his baggy pants on. Don't like him at all.
Okay, Naseem's taking a couple of punches, though. His energy's low as well.
But he's almost got him. He's almost got him now. He's going to knock him out now.
There he goes. And that's it. Okay, he's gone down. Will he get up from this, though? Bearhugger is down. The referee's counting 1, 2, and 3. He's up after 3.
He's going to have to knock him down again.
Remember, he can get a technical knockout, which is knock him down on his backside 3 times in the 1 round. Now, this one, Naseem's got to be careful because Bearhugger's energy's back up now after that rest. Oh, Naseem goes down. Is Naseem going to get out from this? 1, 2, 3, and Naseem's up for the 3 count.
And now, of course, Naseem's energy is back to full, so he can have a good go at Bearhugger and get in there.
We're halfway through the round now. Oh, he's getting those punches in.
Close to the head.
Now, what's this at the bottom? This little bar at the bottom?
This is a super punch indicator. When all the lights are lit up as they are now.
Oh, that was the one, wasn't it?
That is it. Press A and get a super punch. That does him a lot of damage, but you can see he's almost out.
His energy bar's out there. Come on, Naseem.
He's down now.
That's a second knockdown. How long's he going to be down for this time? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got to come back to 5. Oh, he just keep the count that time. One more knockdown though, and Naseem will take this.
Naseem is putting in a...
He's not letting up at all. Fat Boy's in a terrible state. Oh, dodged it there. A bit swift there.
One more.
He's got a big one. Oh, he missed. He just missed. Yes, he could have done that time. He's done it.
Wonderful.
That's it. It's going to be a technical knockout. Fat Boy's down on the ground. Naseem has won. Well done, Naseem. Great fight. Great fight. All right, now, Naseem, what can I say? Technical knockout in round 1. Although I did notice he put you on the floor for the first time in your career.
Well, I must admit, this is the first time for everything. And he put me down with a good shot, but I got back up and took him out.
You certainly did. And when will we see you with a world title fight then?
I guarantee that I'll be world champion end of 95.
Really? You believe you're that good?
I believe I'm the best, and I'll fight anybody out there who wants to fight me. I'm the best. I'll be a legend, definitely.
Well, we hope you will be, Naseem. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. The winner of the Golden Joystick after 1.5 minutes of round 1 by technical knockout, and still the undefeated European bantamweight champion, Naseem Hamed. Descartes said, "I think, therefore I am," except he said it in French. Now, we're all going to speak the universal language of help in the consultation zone.
Welcome, one and all, to the furnace, where once again I'll try to relight the careers of extinguished games players. Who's first to get on my wick?
GamesMaster, on the PC game Magic Carpet, I never seem to have enough speed when I need it most. What can I do?
If you're in a tight spot and don't have enough mana to cast an accelerate spell, quickly turn yourself left to a 45-degree angle from where you want to fly. Now, hold down the forward key and the right straight key, and you will actually fly quicker than if you flew in a straight line. That should keep the wind in your sails.
Thanks a lot, GamesMaster.
Who else wants a fire-up?
GamesMaster, is there a way I don't have to play myself on Power Rangers on the SNES?
You want to play this game against a friend, do you? Well, enter this passcode, 1007. And the game will no longer be a dull one-player beat-em-up, but an exciting, a two-player one-on-one beat-em-up.
Cheers, GamesMaster, I appreciate it.
Let me indulge one more query.
GamesMaster, I got a new game for my CD32 called Darkseed, but I'm stuck. I think I need to use a card, but I don't have any keys. All I've got is Microfiche. Can you help me?
I think CD32 owners need all the help they can get. If you use the Microfiche reader, you know that the keys are in the cellar. Go there, and you will see a loose stone. Pick it up, and look into the hole. Ta-da! You'll find the keys, but you'll have to find some petrol before you can drive.
Thank you, GamesMaster.
I think I've worked quite hard enough tonight. I feel almost burnt out. See you bright sparks later.
Excuse me if I wet myself, but we are actually in Paramount Studios in Los Angeles on the actual set of Lawnmower Man 2. It's a huge production, and in fact, all these people you can see behind me, that's just the GamesMaster crew. Lawnmower Man was one of the most successful films of recent years, and Lawnmower Man 2 looks set to be just as big. The sequel picks up from last movie with bad guy Job attempting to take over a world now hopelessly at the mercy of virtual reality. On the day we visited, the crew were filming the opening scene for the film set in the LA of the future.
All right, here we go. Picture and rolling. Mark, action.
The scene involved hundreds of extras, vehicles and special effects. Perhaps that's why it took so long to get it right. Star bloke Patrick Bergen plays the hero Trace, a disillusioned VR expert who takes on Job at his own game. Oi, stop kissing that bird, Patrick, and get on with your work.
Patrick Bergen, you are the main good guy. It's your job in the film to kick Job's bottom for him. How does your character set about doing that?
Well, my character is probably the character who's responsible for inventing virtual reality, and he has his ideas stolen from him. The major corporation gets a hold of his patent and creates in the character of Job a character whose full intent is to take over the world for the corporation. And my job, when I discover they're trying to do that, is to regain my patent and to save the world, basically.
Right. I have to ask about No Tash Bergen. Now, you had the most famous and coolest moustache in the films, but it's gone now. Is this is it gone for good now, or is it just strictly for this film?
No, I think moustaches, because I've had a variety of moustaches, and I think that I use them really for the different sort of characters. So my moustaches have made me some money, but who knows? You never know. This might catch on.
Thank you very much indeed, Patrick.
Thank you.
The only member of the cast from the original film is Austin O'Brien, who reprises his role as pin-up kid Peter.
Extreme close-up.
Okay, right, I'm with Austin O'Brien. Probably, I would say, the junior hero of the film. Austin, tell us a bit about the character you play.
I play a character who's pretty much a homeless, bum, street tough type of kid. You know, he lives with a group of friends down in this Metro Rail car, and he's changed a lot from the original film, because you know in the original Lawnmower Man, I played a character who pretty much had a lot of morals. You know, he had a good mom.
You were the good old boy next door, weren't you?
Yeah, you know. But in this one, my mom has died from something.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Cut!
Okay, so this is the street. This is Los Angeles in the near future. Oh, there's a futuristic car. Get out of the way. We're going to be killed. And the weirdest thing is because that's a futuristic car, if it knocked me down, would I have to go back in time to die? I don't know. And in the future, we'll still have fruit, which I'm very relieved about. We can't show you what's down there because that destroys the magic of the movies, you see. Because down there's the real world. Oh, we've done it, we've blown the whole thing now.
The filming went on all night, but by now it was way past my bedtime, and time for me to return to the dreary, pointless existence that is normal life.
We've run out of time now. I'm off to tear the last page out of complicated crime novels. See you next time. Bye-bye.